It's time for the end of Millenniummon. So, the Digidestined have been pulled into another dimension, except for Taichi and Wargreymon, who have risen from the grave to battle Millenniummon. Millenniummon is big, really big, so it's time for our main event of the whole series. Millenniummon has power over time and space, which I guess is shown in this by him trapping the Digidestined in a pocket dimension. This is incredibly ridiculously reminiscent of their fight against Apocalypse in the original Digimon adventure, when everybody was turned into data. This is obviously a big old reference, and Millenniummon has big old lasers. Look at them go. Also, the dimension everyone is trapped in has a physical presence in the digital world. Or a digital presence, I guess. It's the orb in Millenniummon's mouth that he is crushing to try and kill them. So really, it's not a separate dimension after all. They are literally there, inside the orb, inside Millenniummon's mouth. Anyway, they attempt to break out by digivolving and shooting their attacks. Their logic is create more data so that it's harder for Millenniummon to destroy their data. Sure. But then Taichi has lost. Oh no. But he hears everybody's cries, everybody's hopes and dreams, and it re-energizes him. But not only him, we also see it powering up our resident holy Digimon, Omoshiroi. And then Wargreymon uppercuts Millenniummon, freeing the time-space orb. And then, holy shit, the holy Digimon evolve. They mega digivolve. Oh boy. It's Goddramon and Megadramon. Wait, no. Holy Dramon? Ah, yeah. Sadly, they do look kind of derpy because the animation budget seemingly wasn't so high for this episode. But still, they are cool, and it's cool to see them here. And Taichi gets saved by Hikari and Holy Dramon, who seem to have a similar power to Millenniummon. Holy Dramon creates her own pocket dimension to keep the Digidestined safe. And then we get the Battle of the Giants as a massive Millenniummon takes on the equally massive Goddramon and Holy Dramon. Also, it seems like Goddramon has his own little pocket dimension orb. Holy Dramon has a pink sphere floating around her, and Goddramon has a golden sphere, which I assume are the respective pocket dimensions. And then Millenniummon's cannons get melted. Oh shit. He is getting his ass whipped, boy. And then he's defeated already? Holy shit. Or maybe not? Well, that's ominous. And there we go. It's Seed Millenniummon, your real main event. Why is Seed Millenniummon here? I don't know. Apparently being defeated allowed him to digivolve, which makes no sense. Anyway, Seed Millenniummon starts destroying the entire world. Oh, and by the way, he's way bigger than Millenniummon. But then we see little orbs of light floating up from the digital world. Kinda like what happens when Goku uses the Spirit Bomb in Dragon Ball Z. And Taichi knows exactly what to do, because he's seen Dragon Ball Z. And he uses the Spirit Bomb. What? Yeah, he actually uses the Spirit Bomb. Except it's the Gaia Force. Well, it's Wargreymon's Gaia Force in name only. It actually is a Spirit Bomb. And then we get a series-ending montage of the Digimon they've met along their way as Frieza is destroyed. Wait, no, I mean Vegeta. Wait, no. Millenniummon? Millenniummon, that's right. Come to think of it, the Spirit Bomb didn't actually beat Frieza or Vegeta, did it? Who did it beat? Yes, it beat Majin Buu. And now it's beaten Seed Millenniummon. And a happy ending. The digital world is saved. And the episode actually ends there. No cliffhanger. Good, there wasn't a need for cliffhanger. We can get to the next episode when we get to the next episode. Now, I would normally look at the next episode preview, but seeing as I'm incredibly behind with this video, I feel like there's literally no point. So, with that said, see you all next time. Wait a minute, no, I haven't reviewed the episode, have I? Okay, first things first, let's get the moaning out of the way. Millenniummon went out like a bitch, a complete and utter bitch. Firstly, he shouldn't have lost to Goddramon and Holy Dramon. And then Seed Millenniummon shouldn't have been defeated by a goddamn Spirit Bomb. It's the wrong series for one. No, we should have had Omnimon. We've already seen Omnimon, so why didn't Omnimon return? And Omnimon should have struggled against Millenniummon, and then we should have been introduced. No, we should have been introduced to Crest Garurumon earlier in the series, so that we could have then gotten Omnimon Alter S against Millenniummon. And then, well, Omnimon Ultra S should have failed as well. And then we should have gotten a new Digivolution to finally beat Seed Millenniummon. Like, I don't know, a DNA Digivolution of all of the Digidestin's Megas with Omnimon. Kind of like Omnimon Merciful Mode, but something new. So, yeah, Millenniummon met a great injustice for a Digimon who, upon first appearing in the Digimon franchise, literally split the entire digital world in two with a single attack. And then he kept coming back after being defeated because he simply couldn't be destroyed. And then he travelled through time, causing chaos and shit. Anyway, the episode, though, it did have some good moments. Like every episode of the series, the soundtrack was on point. But, well, they all are. Digimon Adventure 2020 has a really, really, really good soundtrack. Although this episode did seem very rushed, it could have been spread out over a few episodes. And then, less filler episodes, perhaps. Millenniummon, as said, went out like a bitch, but the fight itself was pretty cool, even though it was short. Having the Mega Forms of the Holy Digimon debut was awesome. Having them beat the bad guy, but the bad guy coming back, was also pretty cool, although it's a shame that bad guy should have been able to beat them. And then Taichi's final sequence to the theme tune was really cool, until he ended up using a Spirit Bomb. So, to end a 50 episode story arc, it was kinda sucky, right? Or, well, maybe a 26 episode story arc. The first arc was the Digimon arc, but then the Digimon arc was kinda there to hype up Millenniummon, right? Who went out in a single episode. Digimon had more episodes than Millenniummon. So, yeah. As you can see, I'm kind of split here. I did enjoy some parts of the episode, but ultimately, it was bad. It was a terrible ending to the story, even if the episode had some good bits. It's like they covered up the bad content with flashing lights and cool sounds, So it's gonna get a pretty fair D grade. D for disappointing. It has still been really, really cool seeing Millenniummon animated in the first place, and seeing Seed Millenniummon. Once Millenniummon was hinted at originally, like so long ago, I didn't think they would do the character justice, but I was happy that they were finally going to put him into an anime. And they didn't do him justice. Yeah. So, let's move swiftly on. Next time it will be a new story arc. The final story arc. Who will the final villain be? I honestly have no idea, but I am interested to find out. Although if it's going to be as disappointing as Millenniummon, maybe I shouldn't bother watching. Anyway, until next time.